kind of want to do a little bit of review there. Okay. And I want to go ahead and start touching on closing. And let's do this. What did you learn in this class about personal selling service? Be a golden retriever? Is that like man's best friend? Okay, so it's relational, right? And relational means being a good friend. Okay? What does it take to be a good friend? Sometimes you gotta shut up. I like it. What up? Well, if you're shutting up, what are you doing?
Listen.
Should you listen more than you talk? All right. Sometimes you do have to talk, right? Oh, I can't write a K. Weird because I have my name. Okay. You got to shut up more. Talk some, little. Listening more.
So Aaron Burr way, talk less, smile more.
What way is Aaron Burr? Oh, somebody's got to educate me. Is this the history part of the degree?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Yeah.
Talk less, smile more.
Talk less, smile more. I tell you, never underestimate the ability of a smile. See, I'm going to add that. Because if you walk in, you're like, I mean, the funny thing is, have y'all learned how to smile with your mask on? Show it to me. Let's see that. Isn't that amazing how fast we adapt? We're beings that need that interaction. I fully believe, Leanne and I were talking about this last week, actually over the weekend. People are acting weird, aren't they? Like if you find yourself acting a little weird, do you know what it is? A lot of this is missing. It's positive interaction. Which is tied to all of these things. You got me? So if you had to say, ask each of you, it's kind of war-torn pandemic class. Sorry to say online, there's only 3 of them, which is more than the other week. We ended up with one, or was it? You ended up Rodney came late. Yeah. If Rodney and Rhoda would show up right now and make my day. What's the one thing you've learned in this class? I'm going to call on you and put pressure on you, but if you could say what's the one thing you've learned as it relates to this. Sorry, I'll give you a category. Okay, you're doing reflection.
It's a simple concept when thinking about it, but a difficult one when acting about it.
Okay.
Like.
So I'm going to say more simple than you know.
Yeah.
The mind map, that's the most I've ever written, probably. Okay. Now shoot off of that.
Like, but it's a simple concept, just being a good person, but if people aren't good people.
You're not wrong.
You have to put your ego aside.
Yeah. And also just knowing when to quit is also.
You speaking my language. I don't mean like quit.
Yeah.
But knowing when to quit.
Yeah.
Like.
Knowing when you gotta stop pushing something, or like when the sale just won't happen.
All right, shut up, right? Mm-hmm. Why do I say squash ego? Because ego itself is about you. Is sales about you?
No.
I would add things like meet a need, met a need, need, solve a problem. Make their life better. That's about as relational as it gets. Okay, what else?
Be committed to the process.
Commit to the process. What kind of process are we talking about here?
Because you're gonna get a hold of people, you can sell to whole bunch of people. So you can't give up because those few people that will tell you yes, continue to.
No is an acronym for next opportunity. The people who say yes is where you live as a salesperson. I agree wholeheartedly, man. Good deal. Commit to the process. All right. So you said it's more simple than you know is your takeaway. Commit to the process.
I don't know, I've always just been like, your ego needs to be put aside and you just need to, yeah, that's my main thing.
And that is everyone's biggest challenge.
Yeah.
Some of us more than others. I'm one of those. Okay,
Because if you go to a car, okay, I'm just gonna use like a car salesman.
that's fine. Well, that's
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
stereotypical salesperson.
Yeah,
Huh?
so if you go to a car salesman, are you gonna go to the one that's just talking your ear off about this car? Or are you gonna say like, hey, what do you really want in this Toyota? Or do you want actually this because it's safe for your kids and all this and that?
Yeah. If you squash ego, you focus on them, not you. Okay. And focus on them. And then you uncover needs, which then allows you to make their life better, solve problems, and meet a need. Because even someone who is a family of four, and let's say there are 3 families going to that dealership. One family may not own a bit of outdoor gear. They are just, their idea of camping is a 5-star hotel in Hillhead, okay? Okay. The other family might be granola crunching, moving across the country, going to Yellowstone,
They want
living in tents.
They want the sewer.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
They want that
but
van.
let's say it's a Toyota dealership and there's a van, there's different SUVs, there's all these different things. And then there's another family who thinks they might want to try camping one day, but they really like going to the beach. First family, 0 interest in camping. 4-wheel drive is off the table, right? Second family, they may need a Subaru. You know what I'm saying? Okay, maybe there's one on the used car lot, okay? Third family, they probably don't know what they need, so they need to figure out it might be more the day-to-day.
Good idea.
What side of the street do you let your kids off at car lot? Sometimes it's on the left. My kids' school's on the right. So those sliding doors, I might just need one on the right, or I might need both. Okay? And if I go in there and say, I'm John McHughes, I'm the world's greatest salesman of minivans for families of 4, let me tell you all about what I've done. Do I discern who those 3 families are? Because this family over here, I'm going to sell a heck of a lot different than I sell the outdoorsy family versus the family who are just focused on the day-to-day. It is not, I'm going to write this really big. It is not about you. If I learned anything in my sales career, and I tried to relate it back to this class, is that it is not about you. Now, you can go and create yourself a wonderful trip to Hilton Head or Grand Canyon or just sitting around, my personal favorite on the weekend doing Jack, you know what, okay? I'm that family, okay? But you don't know which one I am until you do all these things on the board.
Did you do a color on this weekend?
I did. Olivia ran 3 miles. I was so proud of her. There's a lesson in there for y'all. She's 9 years old. She's up to here on height-wise, okay? Growing like a weed, holy smokes, can't stand it. She's taking up running, and he said, I want to do this 5K. First of all, the course is a little short, which is okay. Short charity. It was color run. She started out like a house of fire, just like y'all did in this semester. Let's go, girl, organize and get all this stuff going. And she hit the hill. I said, oh boy. She was running 7.5 minute pace for the first half mile. I said, baby, I did the same thing with first marathon, okay? You're gonna have to slow down. I know you're excited, but there's more to go. Okay. She got where she was hurting. We walked a touch just to let her. She said, oh, side stitch. I'm like, all right, I'm not trying to kill my kid here, you know? All right. Although it hurt me because I think I could have won that whole race. Anyway, I'm just watching. I couldn't help it. It's like a lion looking at, yeah, I could get that gazelle. You know what I mean? I'm just like licking my chops. But it wasn't about me. Okay. All right. It wasn't about me. Even as tough as that is for me. Okay. It's tough for everyone. Everybody's favorite subject is what? Themselves. Okay. I'm selling her on perseverance. She said, Daddy, this hurts, but I want to keep going. And I said, that's perseverance, baby. I said, never regret. And so you keep going. We don't have to go very fast. She kept running. By the time she picked up, I said, come on, find you, we call it, runners call it happy place. It's this little pace where you find it, I could do this all day. That's where you want to be. On distance running. Sprint, you don't want to be, I could do this all day. You want to get after it, all right? But a couple things you want to do is find your pace. And you guys are there, all right? The finish line is right over there. Okay? What do you do at the finish? I don't care if it's falling apart. What do you do?
Cross it and then pass out.
You finish it. You just finish it. It doesn't have to be pretty. And I told Olivia, I said, if you really want to do something and be proud of yourself, finish strong. She outran me at the finish, and I was running. Finish strong. Finish strong. I'm already proud of you, just like my daughter. I'm already proud of her. She didn't have to run at all. Nate's like, yeah, no. he wore shorts and 60 yards, let's say, they start throwing color at you, like every time. He walked up, he go, Him and Ian, I didn't think they'd finish. I figured they'd go out like a half mile, come back, And he saw them people, he saw, He said, I got my Oak Brook shirt on, they ain't throwing colors on me. And he doesn't have that. Olivia's my athlete. And that's okay. And I'm so proud of her. And I'm so proud of y'all. I really am. Okay? But it's not about you. And it's how you make people feel. All right? How do you make people?
The real finish line is the funnel cake at the end of the race.
I thought it was just like, like an elephant ear with like a little bit of powder. And then I was like, all right, it's funnel cake. You can pick that apart a little bit easier. And then she goes up there and goes, I want the Oreo crumbler. Whoa, I didn't know that was an option. That joker had like 2 scoops of vanilla in the middle, okay? Crunched up Oreos. You could get them fried too. I said, baby, come on, baby. You're killing me. All right? Whipped cream and all that chocolate sauce. I said, go on, girl. And I'm like, I'm going to get some of this because she ain't eating all that. She ate like 75% of it. You know what? Good for her. Because I remember I ran my first marathon. I ate 2 lunches after that. I couldn't decide. I wanted to eat sweet elephant. And I said, I can't decide between there was some kind of club or something or this chili dog. And she's like, hey, you ran a marathon. Why don't you get both? I was like, that's a good idea. And then went out for dinner that night when we got barbecue. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a different kind of feeling. But I feel like one thing I've done a poor job of teaching y'all about this. Who do you like being around? That's relational, that's a good friend, that's how they make people feel. What's the one component we haven't put up here that people enjoy? You guys have had me for a lot of classes. What do I like to do?
Fun.
Don't be afraid to be funny. Part of that is humor. Is it not? Is that, it honestly leads to more yeses, but does that meet a need? Does that solve a problem? Does that make their life better? Dude, not afraid to be funny. To sell something, you gotta get time with them. To get time with them, you gotta do personal selling that's relational. To take it to the next level, make them laugh. If I walked away from teaching right now, just drop that, I'll be like, they learned because they had fun. They had fun because they laughed. Laugh keeps you from crying. You can be around people who keep you laughing and not crying, you like them. It's not that complicated. Not that complicated. Sales. Personal selling. Anything else needs to be up here? You are experts on it now. You read Carnegie. You've done 10 chapters in an hour. I think a pretty good book. I thought that textbook was pretty straightforward. In fact, it had 10 chapters in a 16-week semester. It helps too. I'm not spacing out this time. Really?
It's an unknown name from Campobello, I don't know them.
I think
Unless they're trying to give me a horse farm in Campobello, that's all I care about.
they have their own work late. He's been working really late and then going to class and it's going.
That's okay. Sometimes you have to find that spot, right? That I could do this all day spot. And it does not offend me. I understand. All right. Let's talk a little bit about closing. All right. What about closing? What's the big thing about closing?
Thanking them for their time.
That's great. Thanking them for their time. That's a big one. What you need to do when you close? Ask them for a commitment. Hi, Mr. Wendell, I've convinced you now that I'll take care of you no matter what, even if these fertilizer bags bust open. Can I now ask you for your business? In fact, I'd like to help you get this competitive product out of here and put mine where it used to be.
Even for a closing, wouldn't you allow the door not to close like a little overthing, like on the back of contact?
That's not closing. If you've done this right, okay, all right, let's say you're courting somebody. And they've convinced you, okay, that they have all of these things. This is attractive, is it not? They just won't ask you how long to pay. Is that a problem? Close it. Close it, close it, close it. The big saying, the big stereotypical saying, always be closing. Hell no. Always be building relationships. That, you know, if you're feeling, you're going to feel awkward asking for a business. Closing is awkward. It just is. Embrace the awkward. We talked about that. Embrace the awkward. Still don't know if I know how to spell awkward. Yeah, dude. That's it. This is why you're there. This is how you get there. Personal selling relationships. While you're there, your boss, if you're selling, is only looking at how many units you moved. Now, if you go about it and saying, hey, I need this, I need that, I need you to do this because of me, too many me's, too many I's, right? Squash the ego, build the relationship. Does it take time to close? But then, let's say you build that relationship and somebody else asks them out on a date, what are they going to say? You hope they say no. Okay? The stronger this is, the easier this is. Does this ever get unawkward? This is always the last thing you do, right? If you come in with this, you're going to be escorted from the premises. Okay? Embrace the awkward. You've got to ask. You got to ask. It's nothing different than how you pursue things in your life. Okay? You can float through life and never close a deal. You can float through life and never finish your degree. You can float through life and quit like everybody else wants to quit right now. Or you can finish strong. Finish strong. If you did this, you earned it. If you did all this, and they're not going to give you this, it's not a good relationship. Move on. You're saying, get that list of people, right? I'm here to tell you, you can do everything right, and people are going to burn you. That is all. Okay? You can do everything wrong, and people are rarely going to commit. Okay? The default is no. All right? You build that relationship, and you can't get past none, next opportunity. You build that relationship, and you can't get to close, that's on you. That's on you. Ask for what you want. Ask for what you want. You think there's a BA in business administration right now if I didn't ask for a woman? You think there's a BA at all if folks like me, Hanson, a few others didn't ask what we wanted? Here's what I see. Continuing relationships. 2 more years with you guys. Because I asked for what I wanted. Not just me, other people. Built relationships and said, we can do this too. I mean, I love Clemson, Carolina, whatever, okay? These good schools, they're good schools around here, right? They'll say all these, Wofford, they're good schools, they're good schools, okay? I can tell you right now, they ain't giving you the service level we are. Ain't nearly as relational. You go in there crying, they tell you get out. You come off the crying with them arm around you, I don't care about the damn pandemic, I'll say, you all right, what can I do for you? But I also ask you to come to the program. I'm proud of it. Okay? You bet. I don't care if I got to fill the darn thing with Jello. We're getting in it. Okay? We're getting in it. Okay? I'll get the unified department. You got to know them through the whole PDEV community development. I'll get in the field. Celebrate. It's like Nike. Just do it.
Or Charlotte.
Not you, but him. Don't cheat yourself here. Close. Y'all got that thing on Wednesday, right?
Yeah. I was like, wait, what's
I'm gonna tune in for all of them. All right, I'm on the panel for the 4 o'clock because they can get enough panels. I figured as BH here, I'd watch them all, but I'll be there. But I'm only on the panel for the very last one. Anybody in the 4 o'clock? I know Rosa is.
Yeah.
They couldn't get enough people at 4 o'clock. I'll do that. I was trying to let everybody else do it, but I waited until dead last night was the only one who filled, so I did it. Okay. Finish strong. Finish strong. Finish strong. Close it. Okay? Close it. There's something on the girl. She can do it. You can do it. Man, we'll all go out for fun cakes afterwards. What all to do is call that lady up, get her down here and make them that day. And they have one sprinkles. All right. Get your sprinkles. Closing. What do you need to do in addition to close? After you get the sale, you need to what? Well, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna put that in. Get the hell out of there. When you get a yes, then once you got your yes, what's the other thing you can do? Screw it up. Get out of there. Go to the next one. Go to the next on the list. You ask somebody out and they say yes, get out of there, man. You know you're just going to screw it up. Okay, we had a call on Friday. It was really good. We really reinforced each other. I feel like, admin and faculty, we had some issues, but we're working our way through it. Then it went 2.5 hours and it started to go sideways. Get out of there, man. Get out of there. Get out of there, dude. They said yes. You ever say anything that, put your foot in your mouth? If you're out of there, could you do it? Get out of there, man. You got other calls. Get the hell out of there. Tell me another sales professional telling you get the hell out of there, man. On the internet, get out. Get the thing, get out. But are you done? What do you need to do to make sure? Follow up. What can improve? What was good? What was bad? What was ugly? How can we improve? Even if you're the best thing for them, how can you make it even better? Because that all serves that relationships. And the cycle repeats. Commit to the process. This whole thing's a process. Okay? Get out. I don't care if it's the last call, you got nothing else to do. Get out of there. But then, when it's being delivered, call them that afternoon and say, hey, everything cool? Just want to make sure we're following up. Yeah, super busy, man, that's great. Or, man, you said this, there's going to be this. Oh, crap, I'm going to drop everything and go fix it. Is that service? Is that selling? Is that personal selling and service? Yeah. Sell through the close. If you can't close, if you're like, I'm terrified, I can't do that, I'm telling you, sales is not for you. If you want to jump over personal selling and go straight to a close all the time, selling is not for you. If you want to do personal selling, closing, but then not follow up, you're not going to keep them, and selling is not for you. You got to commit to the process. I love that. Commit to the process. You got to do it. Okay? You got to do it. Questions? Questions? Anybody? Oh, the places you'll go by Dr. Seuss.
That's today.
That's today.
You are pulling an Irish thing.
I am pulling an Irish exit.
I wasn't prepared.
Y'all don't do this to me. It's going live on the internet. All right. Oh, the places you'll go by Dr. Seuss. A little tradition of mine. Y'all are the only class I'm reading it to. Everybody else will be handwritten by me. Every student I've ever had, their name is in this book. In fact, I still have to put the fall one in there. You okay? Go ahead and grab them. Heck, leave some for me. I might need them.
Thank you.
Hey, bring them back this way. I may need them. These are names from 6 years. Oh, the places, and somebody changed it to we will go. By Dr. Seuss. Look at this. This guy over here, I just saw he's playing pro ball in Europe. Congratulations, today's your day. Roro's really gonna be upset. That's okay. That's why I'm recording this. Love you, Roro. I ain't taking it personal. Life happens, bro. All right. Congratulations, today is your day. You're off to great places. You're off and away. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own and you know what you know, and you are the guy or gal who will decide where to go. See, everybody wanted to cancel Dr. Seuss because he said guy. I just had a gal. It's a big deal. I've seen bad television shows I'd like to cancel and they keep making them. This is tough on me because I see all these names. You look up and down streets, look them over with care. About some you will say, I don't choose to go there. With your head full of brains and your shoes full of feet, you're too smart to go down any not so good street. And you may not find any you'll want to go down. In that case, of course, you'll head straight out of town. Now that one hits where it feels. Some of you are heading straight out of town. But I hope you know that road has another side that comes back here. And you're welcome to do that. Okay? And I don't care what they're doing in the fall. I'm not wearing this. I will figure out another get up. I will wear an astronaut suit before I wear what feels like my dad's underwear crawling across my face. But it's just weird. You remember like as a kid, you just dress up in like your parents' clothes or whatever you do. I feel like I've been doing that for a year now. I'm over it. It's opener there. Wide open here. I just had to let somebody sign this in person and do this. Okay. Gang, if you're online, you want to sign it, just drop me an email. We'll figure out our way. Okay. Out there, things can happen and frequently do to people as brainy and as footsie as you. And when things start to happen, don't worry, don't stew, just go right along and you'll start happening too. You'll have had me enough to realize that I think that's perseverance. You know, when you face a challenge and a difficulty in life, okay, that is a great opportunity for you to introduce yourself to yourself, because then everybody's great when everything's happening, right? When everything's going your way, it's when the crap breaks the other way. Okay, it's when it happens the other. There's Rebecca Edmondson right there. BSAD 202A, spring 2018. And there's Andy. And a note, thank you too. Okay, you'll start happening too. Oh, the places you'll go. Truck Club 2017, 2018. I'm not giving up on that. We'll be back in there in the fall. Missing some great leaders, but we'll be back. Okay?
First start.
Fresh start. Who knows? You know, who knows? Might be a good thing. You know, I'm so thankful for New York. Holy smokes, so thankful. Can you imagine if we didn't get that? My goal is to make y'all insanely jealous with the next place we go.
I thought we were totally chaperones.
Yes.
If you can get the time off. You'll be on your way up. You'll be seeing the great sights. You'll join the high flyers who soar the high heights. Ups and downs, you definitely have your ups. Enjoy them. Do not, see, the temptation in life is, and I've learned this as I'm getting older, is like when things are going really well, you're waiting for the other shoe to drop and like you're starting to fret about crap that doesn't even happen. If you live in the moment, if something's awesome, put you on your phone and enjoy it. I was so happy just running 5K with my daughter. Till that one guy hit her right in the face with all that red paint. That kind of pissed me off, I'm not gonna lie. Okay? But
Is that why her face looked kind of red?
yeah, it looked like it was bleeding. Yeah. This dude just threw it right in her face. I'm like, come on, bro. Come on. Hold him down and pour some chalk down his gullet and see how he feels about it. Dang, Andy, you can be all over this thing. You won't lag behind because you'll have speed. You'll pass the whole gang. You'll soon take the lead. Wherever you fly, you'll be the best of the best. Wherever you go, you will top all the rest. Zero doubts. I'm telling you, in sales, you do these things behind me, you'll be unconscious. You'll be like, what's your secret? And for a long time when I was in sales, I felt like a fraud because my secret was what you see behind me. My secret is it's not a secret. Keep it simple. Trust the process. Okay? If you do this repeatedly, I'm here to tell you, everybody, world's best salesman is getting told no 99% of the time. Okay? But he or she's not quitting. He or she's committed to this. I had relationships with people who wouldn't write my drug, who wouldn't buy my stuff, who wouldn't do anything like that. Okay? Eventually it becomes a bad relationship because they're just taking advantage of you. At the same time, though, eventually they wear them down. You're like, God, that lady or that guy, he's really trying to help me. If you want to be, just like Carnegie said, if you want to be popular, if you want to be that rep, that salesperson, be the right kind of person. Okay, solve problems for them. You'll sail high. Except when you don't, because sometimes you won't. I'm sorry to say, but sadly it's true that bang-ups and hang-ups can happen to you. You can get all hung up in a prickly perch, and your gang will fly on, and you'll be left in the lurch. You're gonna have lows. Just like I said, enjoy the highs. It sounds nuts, but enjoy the lows. Sometimes I wish I could get hung up in that branch. That feels a little bit like a hammock. Might be time for you to press reset. That's okay. That's really okay. You should self-examine and be like, hey, this is an opportunity to grow. Even in bad, there's good. Just remember that. And when you're in the lows, you ain't staying there. I promise you. All right? We all get grace we don't deserve. We all get bad stuff we don't deserve. We all get down on ourselves. If you find the person beating yourself up as you all the time, give yourself a break. Eventually, I give grace. Remember that management class? That noise y'all made when I canceled that presentation?
Once again, I'm crying.
That was grace. I looked at a group of people who were prepared, had the crap together, and I just decided they're good. They're good. Good. That's grace. Give it to other people. For heaven's sake, you're the one that's in your own head. Give it to yourself. Say, you know what? You ever have that? I gotta be honest, this semester is the first time in my life I ever considered getting a therapist. Because I was so in my own head and beat myself up. I just decided I'm just not gonna do that. I'm just not gonna do that. I mean, I'm just not. Okay? I'm okay. You know what I mean? Like I ain't perfect. None of us are this side of Christ, man. But I'd be damned if I'm gonna sit there and beat myself up. And I have, oh boy, I really shouldn't have said that. Yeah, I put my foot in my mouth on Friday. But that's okay. I'm human. And I ain't staying here. But I'm telling you right now, I bought one of them Enos. You know what I'm talking about? Eno hammock. I'm telling my kids, it's the best $29.95 I ever bought on Amazon. Every day for a week, they've been spending 2 hours out there instead on video games. And every now and then they're like, push me, daddy, or get in here. And you know what those kids, like your dog, right? Your dog don't care. You come over here. You can lay his hand. You know, dogs are wonderful. All right. Cats, I like them too, but sometimes they're real mean cusses. Okay. All right. My dog, she don't care. She come over there and just lick me one. I mean, all right, don't you lick me. A doggone moose tongue up down my face. Anyway, get yourself a dog if nothing else, all right? A dog will show you what you should be about yourself, and then they'll poop on something. Okay? You'll come down from that lurch with the most unpleasant bump, and the chances are then you'll be in a slump. Okay? When you're in a slump, you're not in for much fun, and slumping yourself is not easily done. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. You come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lighted, but mostly they're dark. A place you could sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, this is just a perfect, this is my head. This is how I think, this whole thing. I'm going to start over. I'm going to read the whole thing, and this is how I get in my own head and why I thought I might need some help earlier this semester. You know when I got it? And their name is Kirk Hansen, Cold Sheet, Mark Gibbs. And there are these people on my shoulder. You will come to a place where the streets are not marked, some windows are lighted, but mostly they are dark. A place where you can sprain both your elbow and chin. Do you dare stay out? Do you dare go in? How much can you lose? How much can you win? And if you go in, should you turn left or right and 3/4, or maybe not quite, or go around back and sneak in from behind? It's simple. Simple as not, I'm afraid you will find, for a mind maker up it or make up his or her mind. Anybody that's filming? I just want to go outside and scream to the top of my lungs. If we want to do that here in a little bit and y'all feel like that help us, let's do it. Okay? That's my head during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And you're here. Like I told my little girl, I'm so proud of you. You can get so confused that you'll start to race in down long wiggled roads at breaknecking pace. Grind on for miles across a weirdish wild space, headed, I fear, for a most useless place, the waiting place. The waiting place. Okay. Well-known fact. Actually, well-known fact. My entire department is in one room. I've been talking and selling and talking and selling. Meeting with Marty at 1:30 to discuss our new offices. How did I get it done? Shut up. Listen. Found my opening and then closed it. You know who sold it? Not me. I let my people go sell it. Sometimes the best thing you can do is shut up. Okay, and listen. Like my man said, just said, somebody added butts to it. But sometimes the hardest choice is the easiest one. Butts. I can put butts up there. So, just so y'all know, I'm not a complete child. I don't know why they put butts there. I'm going to erase it later. I'm going to try not to squeeze like that moving forward. Sorry. I'll remember the chalk. You know. The waiting place. Sometimes you gotta wait. Sometimes you gotta wait. I know we're probably over. I'm sorry. No, we're getting there. We're all right. For people just waiting for a train to go or a bus to come, there's Andy again, or a bus to come or a plane to go or mail to come or the rain to go or a phone to ring or the snow to snow or waiting around for a yes or a no or waiting for their hair to grow. Everyone is just waiting. What class is that? BS 8310A, Business Management, first ever at SMC. Fall, what was that, 18? Okay. Waiting for a fish to bite or waiting around to fly a kite or waiting around for Friday night. Or waiting perhaps for their Uncle Jake or a pot to boil or a better break or a string of pearls or a pair of pants or wiggle curls or another chance. Everyone's just waiting. Everybody's waiting on something. See, y'all are sad right now because this does mark the end of our student-professor relationship. It does. That's weird. Okay, I don't like that one bit. But at the same time, y'all been waiting to graduate and move on with your life. It's okay. Dr. Seuss is the one to say, don't be sad it's over, be glad it happened. Y'all could have went to some other school and had a real turd teach y'all economics to start with. Trust me, I had a lot more of those types than I had good ones. But those few good ones, I still think about them. That's all I ask. And if you need something, you shoot me an email. Okay? You call me. You let me know. All right? If someone's trying to convince you on Keynesianism, give me their address. Okay? No! That's not for you. Somehow you'll escape, Rebecca Edmondson right beside it. All the waiting and staying, you'll find the bright places where the boom bands are playing. PDEV 300, Alpha Company, fall 2019.
Abby's name is complicated too.
Yeah, Abby. You think that's big enough, huh? With banner flip flapping, what's more, you'll ride high, ready for anything under the sky, because you're that kind of gal or guy. You're gonna be fine. I know functional adults right now that aren't as good as y'all. You're gonna be fine.
I'm not sure if that's scary or not.
It's scary, trust me. Okay. And here's where I had to start handwriting them because of the COVID semester. Oh, the places you'll go, there's fun to be done. There are points to be scored. There are games to be won. The magical things you can do with a ball will make you the winningest winner of all. Fame, you'll be as famous can be with the whole wide world watching you win on TV. You'll have good days. Enjoy it. Be present in that moment. Bloom where you're planted. Okay? Except when they don't, because sometimes they won't. I'm afraid that sometimes you'll play lonely games too, games you can't win because you'll play against you. This goes back to the thing is to get out of your own head. If you give other people grace, okay, like if y'all knew what's going on in my head when I get cut off in traffic, you would think I'm a very different individual. Okay? But give grace. If you can do that to a total random stranger, give yourself some grace. Because you're playing against you. Various competitions in the mirror. All alone, whether you like it or not, alone you'll be something, you'll be quite a lot. And when you're alone, there's a very good chance you'll meet some things that'll scare you right out of your pants, and that's okay. There are some down the road between hither and yon that can scare you so much you won't want to go on. And in case you're wondering, Dr. Seuss is still a filthy animal.
He's still there.
You remember? That's called courage. You go on anyway. But on you will go, though the weather be foul, and on you will go, though your enemies prowl. On you will go, through hacking and cracks howl. Onward up many a frightening creek, though your arms may get sore and your sneakers may leak. Okay? You guys are going to be scared first day of work. That's okay. You're going to be scared if you can't find work. That's okay, too. God's got a plan for you. I know they do. I know he does. I know he wouldn't have brought you this far just to turn you out. It ain't happening. Zero. And if you can't find something, go get a master's degree. I'll give you a couple courses. Okay? And if you want to be full-time, go get a PhD. I'll hire you. Okay? I'll hire you. Heartbeat. Heartbeat. Because I know you know macro. You wouldn't have gotten this far if you didn't know macro. You remember my feeling about macro? Nobody should be able to vote until they pass that class. And I didn't say left or right. They're both terrible. Huge. Okay. On and on you will hike, and I know you will hike far and face up to your problems, whatever they are. Just hit them straight on, man. The obstacles away. If you got a problem, just freaking own it and go for it. If your shipment screws up, own it. Say, that's my bad, man. Even if it's not your bad. Even if like Enrique in the warehouse absolutely jacked it up. Don't blame him. Okay? Don't blame Jeff. Don't blame John. Don't blame Susie. That's Andy. That's Rebecca. All right? That's not, don't, just own it. You got me? Own it. All right. Did I show you all that page? I can't remember. Let's do it anyway for posterity's sake. Don't be scared, just own it, okay? On and on you will hike, and I know you will hike far, face up to your problems, whatever they are, okay? You'll get mixed up, of course, as you already know. You get mixed up with many strange birds as you go. So be sure when you step, and step with care and great tact. Remember, life's a great balancing act. Just never forget to be dexterous and deft, and never mix up your right foot with your left. Here's what I take away from that, and I've told you all this before. Your left foot's your professional life, your right foot's your personal life, okay? You need both to stand strong, okay? And you're running in life, man. The whole thing's a race. If you start getting your left foot about 8 paces ahead of your right foot, you can be doing a funky looking split, okay? All right, you're not gonna run as fast. You need both. So when it's time to go home and hang with the dog, when it's time to go home and be with family, when it's time to turn it off and put the phone away and run a 5K with your kid, do it. Freaking do it. Absolutely do it. Absolutely do it. Okay? Find balance. Now, when there's a deadline and you kind of did the personal stuff for a while, you might want to bring that left foot up. Okay? All right, you need both. But I'm here to tell you, you will be a very incomplete and unhappy human being if you don't do both. Sometimes I got to get away from my wife and come up here and teach. Sometimes I need to quit teaching and go home and be with my wife. You understand? Okay? Most of the time I need to be with Nate and Olivia. They're just too damn cute. Okay? God, Nate. It's going to be a problem. This little girl in kindergarten, right? Comes right up to me after this race. There's like a little fair rides, you know, like bouncy house, a couple fair rides and all that stuff. And you go, we'll pay to get a bracelet and go. And I'm just sitting there watching, eating the rest of that funnel cake. Little girl marched right up to me. She's in Nate's class at Oak Brook. All right. Says, hi, my name is so-and-so, and I'm Nate's girlfriend. I asked the teacher yesterday in Carolina, she said what? I said, she said this. And you know what? The teacher didn't say, oh, that's cute and everything. She goes, somebody better not tell Tegan. I'm like, who the hell's Tegan? I got to quit doing some of this stuff and get into my boy's love life before he turns 6 next Saturday. You know what I'm saying? He's like, I thought he was dating Tegan. I'm like, he's in the kindergarten. He ain't dating nobody. And I said, Nate, who's your girlfriend? He said, Mama. I'm up to 3. Keep that balance. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed, kid, you'll move mountains. I don't care. You remember how I said we're going to meet in Hawaii and I'm going to be like 120 years old and you're going to be like 90 years old, whatever it is, you know? Yeah, I'm salty. How do they preserve meat? Salty. I'm salty as hell. All right, that don't mean I'm impervious, but if my genetics show me anything, I'm gonna live a long time, and you will always be my kids. You understand me? All right. I said on the call the other day, I said that's not good enough for my kids. And I was talking about like how we teach something or something. I was like, my business kids wouldn't do that. And somebody called me out and they said, well, you shouldn't call them kids, you should call them young adults. I'm like, you suck.
Were they from English?
Damn, you nailed that. You always be my kids. There's like Miss Hilton, my 9th grade English teacher. I'm always her kid. If my kids need something, let me know. All right? I'm adult forever, you know. Y'all gonna be fine. So, be your name Buxman or Bixby or Bray or Mordecai Ali, Van Allen O'Shea. You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting. So, get on your way. I've truly loved having each of you in this class and all the classes before it. I'll get you a little bit longer, don't I? All right. All right. Don't let some folks who weren't here today be upset because I'm thinking about bringing this book with me that Friday before graduation. Okay. But I'll read it in the, well, if the fountain's dry, maybe I'll read it in the fountain. But
We can all just sit
Sit in
across
it.
that, yeah, just sit in it.
I've got a very special area for every graduating senior to sign. And I don't care if I have to interrupt Scott Cochran himself, this will be read. So if you missed it and you feel like a little cheated on the online version, I did this for you and everyone else, but come by and sign it, but you will get a chance to sign it before graduation. And apparently we're gonna be all social distance and everything. I'm gonna bring like a portable television and just hang out. Spartanburg High School football, anyway, whatever.
So stupid. And, people, only graduates are all on the field. And the faculty there would be there, but like, our families can't go on the field, we have to take pictures.
Like afterwards.
Well, I'm planning to take some pictures on Thursday
Yeah.
before graduation.
We'll find a way. I just,
My dress has pockets. It's fine.
there was a large contingent of faculty that were planning on having mask burning at this thing, okay? So, I mean, it's just, that's on the internet. I'm not even editing that out. I can tell you right now, my kids and I will be burning some masks very soon, as soon as they're done. You know what I'm saying? But, thank you. It's been an honor. And, get over here and sign the book.